Okay. And we are live with Escape from Tarkov today. Wait a second. I think I did those. I think I did the sound wrong. Let me check my sound. You guys should be able to hear it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's because I can hear the sound of the game in my microphone. Anyway, today we're live with Escape from Tarkov. I've been playing this game somewhat a lot off stream. It all started when the game released for 1.0, I think back in November. I purchased it. It had some issues at launch, as you do, because the servers were overwhelmed. Then I logged in and got killed 50 times in a row by people who had 3,000 hours in the game while I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. And then I noticed that there's a, instead of being a online, there's not that. Instead of playing on the online servers, what am I saying for Tarkov? Okay, instead of playing on the online servers, I noticed that there was a DLC to play offline, which is kind of weird, but I purchased it because I was hoping that maybe, just maybe, that might be fun, because dying 50 times in a row was not really fun. I couldn't tell where I was. Even if I did manage to survive a raid, I didn't know where to extract because I didn't know the map or whatever, whatever the points of extractions were. So anyway, I purchased a DLC to play on offline mode, and that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. So now, I know some of the maps, hopefully. I can handle the AI, I can actually aim and shoot my gun and hit people. So, and because we're about to see the end of the winter special Christmas event, I feel like now's a good time to start playing and have some fun. So, we're going to be playing on the PvP again. I'm going to be returning to online mode. Unfortunately, this probably means that I'm going to be dying 50 times in a row again. But this time, if I survive, I might be able to extract. Anyway, let me get the game on screen. I'll do a bit of an overlook, just for people who don't know what this game is. Basically, I think, this might be the first extraction shooter game, I'm thinking. At least the one that inspired the genre. It's a simulation-focused game with lots of different aspects. Here we'll have my character. I got an armor vest, a helmet, a gun. It's an ADAR. It's a like an M4, but Russian. This thing, in case you didn't notice, this game takes place in Russia. Some medicine, which is always important to have. Some backup bullets, in case somehow I manage to shoot all my bullets in my mags. Which I'm not very hopeful for. To be honest, I'm pretty sure if I encounter some other player, a PMC, a mercenary, probably gonna be dying. Probably. It's been like months since the game came out. People have advanced their quest lines. They've got better equipment than I do. But, we never know. Maybe we'll have some fun and kill some other players. I don't know. The goal of today is we're going to be doing a lot of quests. Quests. Because I gotta get better traders so I can actually shoot good bullets and not rubber bullets or whatever. We're going to be going to Ground Zero, which has a special map. It has a barrier between under level 20 and over level 20 players. Currently, my character is level 5. He's level 5. So, this means that in theory, we'll see people who are below level 20, because I'm below level 20, for this map only. Not the other maps, just this one. Which hopefully should help our odds, maybe. Anything else I gotta present before we just dive in? I mean, there's a bunch of other mechanics, but we can explain that once they happen. Let's just get started. Oh, this screen. We can choose between a scavenger, which is basically a free kit, and the AI won't attack you. Well, mostly. And a PMC, a private military contractor, a mercenary. I guess I should explain the story too, because this is 1.0. So it actually has a kind of a true line. We're a mercenary. We were fighting in Tarkov between... It was... Okay, well, so... I'm gonna have to do a quick recap of the entire story. Okay, let's do it quickly. Tarkov, it's a city. City has special laws in Russia for businesses. Terror group, a UK scientific company, goes in, does evil laboratory experiments, They have private military security, USEC. Bear is a Russian secret mercenary company. They fight, and then at some point, while they're fighting in the middle of the city, some kind of blue fire wave emerges from the labs, knocks out all the communications. The city goes on super mega lockdown. It was only a war zone, but now it only has one. It's like an archipelago or like an island, I guess, because the only way to leave is through the ocean, and those are controlled by military stuff. So we're supposed to try and make connections with all the traders and the influential people around this place, all these guys, so that they can get us a way out of here. And to do that, we gotta do them favors. Today's favor is we're going to help this guy. He seems to be some kind of Russian arms dealer. He wants me to locate some machine guns and to kill some people on Ground Zero, the center of the city where the blue flame wave emerged. So that's our goal. And also, somebody else, a mechanic, a skilled weapons dealer, he wants me to go and investigate some kind of mole inside the laboratory. Thankfully, I already died. I already died once. But I got a special key that lets me go into a special office to get a special tape to give him to him. So that's gonna be our goal. Go into that office, take the special tape, and extract. Oh, speaking of, if I'm gonna be doing that, I think I'm gonna take some money for a vehicle extraction. How do I split items? If I remember right. No, that's not how you do that. How about this? Aha. Let's say 10,000 rubles. Boop. So hello there, Fight Mech Warrior. So, time to die. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like my odds. I'm probably gonna be dying over and over and over again all stream. But, let's hope it's gonna be fun. Let's have fun while we do that. I'm gonna be insuring my items. Insurances, I pay a bit of money. Oh, that's a lot of money. But if I die and people don't loot some of these items, which they probably won't because it's all garbage, I have a shitty helmet, a shitty gun, shitty mags, shitty armor. So if somebody with better stuff kills me, they probably won't be picking that up. Which means I can get it back. Which is much cheaper than having to purchase all of that again. Anyway, let's go. Now, if I remember right, at launch, these lobbies took like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to load. Which is why I prepared a little something special for while we wait during these loading screens. I've got on my phone a wiki page of the history of Russia because I don't know much about it. And we might as well do some learning while we wait for the stuff to load. Let's see. The history of Russia from Wikipedia. From Wikipedia. The history of Russia begins with the histories of the East Slavs. The traditional start date of the specifically Russian history is the establishment of the Rus state in the north in the year 862. Jesus, that's late. 862, huh? Ruled by the Varangians. Oh, the Swedes, the Vikings. Have I ever escaped from Tarkov? Actually, I have. I haven't played it, but I have heard of it. Well, I feel like that's a lot of that one sentence seems like there's a lot behind it. First of all, Varangians. In case you don't know, okay, in case you don't know Varangians, they're a special type of Viking who goes all the way to the Byzantine Empire, which was it's now the geographical position of Turkey. Back at that time, it was the Eastern Roman Empire, or what was left of it. So they go over there and they become guards, special mercenary guards for the emperor, the Varangian Guard. Because Byzantium was a super mega ultra mega corrupt and full of civil war and whatnot. So the only people you could trust were people who were foreigners, basically, until you couldn't. Anyway, so yeah, Varangians, they go. I guess that makes sense. If you were to leave from Sweden and take a series of river to go to Turkey using the Black Sea, you would pass by what is now Russia on the map. Moscow's pretty much directly in the way. St. Petersburg. Though these locations I don't think were part of Russia back in the 1862. Right, not 862. Anyway, let's try and look into the East Slavs a bit more. I'd like to go back a bit more. I mean, okay, if we think about it, that part of the world, the Eastern Europe, I only know that, for example, the Byzantines, they had like an outpost around the Black Sea, and the people that came from the north. Oh, hey, that was quick. That was like 2 minutes. What the heck? What happened to my name? I changed my main character's name yesterday. I'll figure it out. Okay, we're pretty far from where I want to be. So let's try and make our way to the northern bits. This way. And watch out for death around all corners. I'm not gonna loot because honestly I don't have much space to loot. I don't even have a backpack. And there's gunshots already. Don't see nothing. Gunshots coming this way. I'm not exactly confident in myself. Did I see anybody going down there? I'm not. Whenever you do a quest, other people are also going to be doing that quest. Usually. I mean, this is like one of the first quests, so maybe... Somebody nearby. Down that way, it's fine. Let's try and cross the street. Ouch. It's a bit exposed. Might get shot. We'll see. Okay, gotta rest. Do you have anybody back there? Don't see nothing. I've played a lot of PvE, but I haven't played much PvP. The only thing is I've done while playing PvP was dying over and over again, so I don't have much. I don't have much experience dealing with other players. What I do know that I have difficulty with is always I have a hard time spotting the enemy if they're not moving. Okay. I always have a hard time spotting where enemies come from. Their sounds, their gunshots. Okay, let's watch out in there. Don't hear anything. I already have the key, so I don't have to go down this corridor to pick up a key. Maybe somebody there. Ugh. Wow, I didn't even see that. Dang it. I think I heard one of the footsteps, though. Oh, well. That's what I mean. This kind of stuff. Oh, well. It happens. It's gonna happen a lot. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be dying over and over and over again. Right at that spot. Or that general direction. Anyway, let's try and pick up another kit and go again. Let me think. What can we do? I should try and set together a preset kit so we can skip this part pretty fast. Just some cheap stuff because we honestly probably won't. We won't be looting, we won't be fighting much. I just need to do some questing. Maybe, hopefully. We'll just go to the traders, pick up some cheap stuff. A cheap gun. Let's see. First, what do I already have back in my stash? Not much. Got a shotgun, a pistol. I guess I can do a pistol. Pistol with a mag. I don't have any medicine, which is important. I can handle enemy AI, even with just a pistol. It's enemy players I'm gonna have a hard time with. So take bandages for bleeds. When you get shot at, you're gonna bleed. If you don't have any bandages to stop the bleeding, you're gonna bleed out and die. So that's basically having a bandage difference between life and death. So always have bandages on you. That's just a requirement. You have to purchase that, or you're dead. Actually, I have a health kit in my little secure pouch. You know, with this, I don't actually need a rig. We won't be looting anyway. Let's pick up some armor. We want a helmet. It might save our life against the AI, not against players. I want a cheap armor vest. Guess this one will do. Is there a cheaper? Oh, the cheapest. Oh, that's cheaper. Okay, so we have a helmet, armor vest, a pistol, no bag, no rig. Yeah, that should be enough to maybe, possibly, kill an AI and pick up their stuff. Again! Boop. Okay, back to reading about Russian history. Let's see. I click on the East Slavs page. Oh, I got a better idea. What about if we take bets on how I'm gonna die, or where I'm gonna die more specifically? We can take bets. Am I gonna die in the lobby of that building, in the staircase, on the upper floor, on the courtyard approach? Because honestly, all that we need is just one enemy player, and we're done for. I don't think my pistol is gonna be doing much against them. But as you can see, that's about the average Tarkov experience. Going to a location, die, repeat. Thankfully, you know, if I need to, I can do some scav runs off stream probably to raise some money. Because when you're a scav, it's much easier since, unless you're going to be purposefully going towards gunfire, you can avoid other enemies. You can't do quests while you're a scav, so you might as well ignore those hotspots. So you can just go ahead and loot and leave and sell some stuff. The AI won't attack you. Other player scavs probably won't attack you, maybe. Unless you have like $1 million on you, then maybe. It's a lot easier. Anyway, the plan with this game is, I think tomorrow is going to be the end of the snow phase. In case you didn't notice, everything's covered in snow for the special Christmas event. Tomorrow should be the end of that. So that'll be... I've played the game mostly with the snow covered. So once the snow leaves, I'm probably going to be lost a little bit. My goal is to... Well, I don't know how lucky I can be. I wanted to do a bunch of quests, but it might have to be that we do one quest per stream. If we even manage that. Anyway, back to reading about Eastern Slavs. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I thought about it. So the Byzantine Empire, or the Eastern Roman Empire, or just the Roman Empire, had an outpost on the north of the Black Sea, which would be where Ukraine and Russia are kind of near each other. And on that spot, I've heard many times that they always encountered tribes of horse nomad people from the steppes. Because that would be where they come from, you know. If you were to face the Huns, that'd be where they come from. They're not coming in from the Middle East, they're coming in from the northern Russians parts. So this place would have had to be the stepping grounds of multiple horse nomads. Oh! Huh. Does it mean where the loading screen's faster than the estimated time? Anyway, let's see. What do we face today? Oh, we're pretty near our build. Nope. Let's get the same spot. I don't know my spawns. But there might be somebody else who spawned nearby who's rushing for me right now, and I don't know about it yet. We're going to traverse the building. Go on the other side. On the upper floor. And cross the street, go to the building, and probably die. Presumably. Most likely. I don't see anything. Though, to be honest, the enemy probably sees me. That's the building we want to go. We want to be in. Okay. Don't hear any other people. Never mind, that's a gunshot. And a grenade. I think I heard some footsteps. Hmm. Okay. Let's go upstairs. So thankfully I already know the location of everything, so I don't have to spend my time searching. Going upstairs, going this way to the office. It should be this office over there. That's an AI. I can get a shotgun at least. And a rig. And a bag. Free stuff. Yay. Some water. Just gonna check my stuff. So I know that I have ammo in my rig. That shotgun could do us good in this environment. If somebody comes at us, we might be able to shoot them. Or it might jam. Let's go in there. We're looking for a drive. Should be around this building here. Okay, now we're gonna extract. There's a vehicle down there. We can pay some money and it'll extract us, hopefully. And if it's not there, we're gonna have to run all the way down the street this direction, which is probably gonna get us killed. Hear anybody else? This gun is pretty damaged. There's a good chance of jamming on me. We'll see. Let's try to make for the vehicle if it's still there. Sometimes it doesn't come. It's not reliable. It's not a 100% chance. Somebody's nearby. I can hear the bullets ricochet around here. Probably killing some kind of AI. The vehicle should be just over this railing over there. Is there. Oh, somebody's dead over there. Was fighting nearby. Money! Pick up! I don't have enough money! What do you mean? Dang it. It's too expensive. Well, now we gotta go down this street. Okay, then. Probably gonna get shot. We'll see. Let me reload my gun. Okay. In case my gun jams, we can switch. There, we can swap. I'm not gonna go... Well, I should go inside that building. My shotgun can thrive in here. Enemy nearby. Probably one of those snipers over there. That's the AI. Otherwise, I would have been dead by now. If it was a real player, they would have just killed me. There's somebody else in here. Probably on the next floor. That's fine. Yep, that's an AI killed. Which means a player was nearby. Let's wait for the extraction point. There might be a camper over there. Though, to be honest, I haven't dealt with campers. That's an AI. That took way too many bullets. Ignore their painful screams. They're better this way. Go for the extraction. Go. That's about it. That's about right. Oh well. So next time, get more money for the vehicle extraction. That's the lesson to learn. What probably happened was my gunshot alerted the enemy. They looked around me, and they saw me cross the street and just killed me. Oh well. I mean, that was close. I think if we took the vehicle, we would have been able to manage it. Let's try one more time. But now we have to go and get the key again. That was a one-use key to get to the office. So we won't be as quick. Oh well. Also, I have a mission to kill 5 enemies on that map, and I've already gotten 2. I mean, it was both AI, but still, it counts. Now we're gonna set up another kit. I wonder if I should go with a pistol again, or if I can pick up a real gun. A rifle. We'll see. We can check the traders. We'll pick something cheap. And the good news is, because I'm carrying literal garbage, it means that in a couple of... I think tomorrow, we're going to get our insurance returns, and it'll probably all be there, so we won't have to spend any money on our kits anymore once insurance comes in, because nobody's going to be picking up my trash. Anyway, let's see. If I want to pick up a handgun here, how expensive would it be? I can't even buy one. Okay, it cost me 1 CPU to get this gun. This handgun. Oh, wait, no. $13,000 for this handgun. I can get an AKU for $24,000. I mean, that's a big upgrade from a handgun to a rifle for 10,000 rubles. I'll take it. Let's mod it a bit. I need a special dust cover. That has a railing. Who would sell that? Railing, dust cover... this one, 5,000 extra dollars, and then I need a sight. The reflex sight for 15,000. That's kind of expensive. We have a cheap sight. I mean, sights are often expensive. A Cobra reflex. I mean, it's cheaper, but it looks ugly, so no, thank you. I guess that's all we have. I think. We don't have a workbench yet, so it's gonna be... We have to manually modify our weapons. We can't use a special menu for that. That makes it easier. Okay, so that's about 40,000 bucks for a decent submachine gun. So now we have a railed dust cover, which lets me put down attachments. I'm gonna put on the sight. So now we have a gun with a sight on it. Which means now I need a tactical rig to get my magazines in. The cheapest. Actually, yeah, that's not the cheapest. That's the cheapest over there. That seems to be worth the cost. Tactical rig. Let's get 2 mags, 2 backup mags. I have some ammo. Some 545 by 39. 2 more mags. Some ammo. Which one should I pick? We don't care about penetration because my bullets will not be penetrating anything, so we'll only be looking at damage. Up. Let's get 120 rounds. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Bit. 120. Thank you. Boop. Boop. Some backup ammo in case I'll use it all. We just need some medicine, and we're good to go. I'll go for the bleed stuff. I have a med kit in my pouch. The one that doesn't disappear whenever we die. And then we just need some armor. So a helmet. So the AI doesn't kill me in one shot. And a cheap armor vest. Thank you. That should be good. Let me save this as a preset. We're gonna go with cheap, not dying kit. Okay. That should be good, decent. Am I missing anything? Gun. I guess I could pick up a grenade if I wanted to. I need more money. So I can use a vehicle. 10,000 more. Yeah. I think it's because the vehicle used to give us a discount for the special Christmas season. But since it's ending tomorrow, they stopped using the discount. Or it's less or something. Anyway. One more time. This time we're going to have to go and get the key. It's okay, it's in the same building and on the ground floor. I know where it is. We can just rush for it again. Only issue is it means we're going to take longer inside that building. You know what? What if I go at night? I can't see at night, but that means the enemy can't see me either. Let's try nighttime. We can just close our eyes and pray that nobody sees us. And now we wait. Back to the history of Russia. So as I was saying, this it used to be the land of steppe nomads. Until looks like the Slavs moved in. Slavs are a Germanic, from my understanding, they're a Germanic tribe. Some of them were in Central Europe. Because they were often in conflict with the Byzantines, along with the Bulgars. But some of them moved to the east and became Eastern Slavs. They speak East Slavic languages and form the majority of the population of the medieval state Kievan Rus, which they consider the cultural ancestors. History. Researchers know relatively little about Eastern Slavs prior to the approximately 859 AD, when the first event recording the primary chronicle occurred. The Eastern Slavs of these early times apparently lacked a written language. The few known facts come from archaeological digs, foreign travelers' accounts of the Rus' land, and linguistic comparative analysis of Slavic languages. Very few native Rus documenting dating before the 11th century have survived. The earliest major manuscript with information of Rus' history, the primary chronicle, dates from the late 11th and early 12th century. It lists 12 Slavic tribal unions, which by the 10th century had settled in the later territory of the Kievan Rus. Migration. There's no consensus among the scholars as to the Eurymet. What the heck is that? The linguistic homeland. Alright? So they don't know their homeland. In the first millennium, Slavic settlers are likely to have been in contact with other ethnic groups in Eastern Europe during the migration period. Between the 1st and 9th century, the Sarmatian, Huns, Alans, Avars, Bulgars, and Magyars, which are all steppe nomads, passed through the Pontic steppe in their westward migrations. Although some of them could have subjugated the region's Slavs, these foreign tribes left little trace of the Slavic lands. The early Middle Age also saw the Slavic expansion as an agriculturist and beekeeper, hunter, fisher, herder, and trapper. By 600 AD, the Slavs are split linguistically into southern, western, and eastern branches. The East Slavs practiced slash-and-burn agricultural methods, which took advantage of extensive forests in which they settled. You burn a forest, that gives you nutrients, you get to harvest stuff. The East Slavs flooded Eastern Europe in two streams. One group settled along the Dnieper River on what is now Ukraine and Belarus to the north, and then the others went northward along the Volga Valley, east of modern-day Moscow. The other group moved to the northeast, where they encountered the Varangians of the Rus Khaganate. Let me look at that. The Khaganate of the Rus is a name applied by modern historian to a hypothetical policy suggested to have existed during a poorly documented period. Okay, so it's a made-up... It's a theoretical state that may or may not exist without any proof. Just like theory. The fact that a few sparse contemporaneous source appears to refer to the leader or leaders of the Rus people with the word Chakanus, which might be derived from Kagan, used by Asian nomads, that it might be a Khaganate, aka a nomadic kingdom, basically. Anyway, made up stuff. Okay, cool. We should be soon into the raid. Hopefully nighttime is going to help us. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I mean, as you see, I don't have many issues dealing with the AI. Mostly. I know for a fact when I first played the game, I could not kill any AI enemies. I didn't know how to aim. I didn't know how my shots were landing. Or not landing. Oh, hey, we're near. Let's rush. Close your eyes. And pray. Okay. The key is down there. On the body of a random guy. Under some rubble. There's the key. My ping is not looking so hot. If my ping gets too high, we're gonna get kicked. There's somebody else. I heard that. I heard some footsteps. Well, risk it or lose it. Let's go upstairs. Same location, same thing. And now we go for the vehicle. Okay. Doesn't look like nighttime, or does it? More like morning. Not very dark in here. Vehicle. Ugh, that's bad. Bleeding. I missed all my shots. Kind of bleeding out right now. Bleh. Well. I think we had a chance against that guy. It felt like. Maybe. If we didn't get shot at first, if I spotted him, I think we would have been fine. Let's look. What kind of kit did they have? Did I have a chance? Kind of. I mean, you know, if I didn't miss all my shots, I could have gone for a headshot or something. It wasn't possible. Oh well. One more time. If I had better aim, he would have been dead. But that's easy to say, isn't it? It's a bit embarrassing to lose to some guy with a pistol when you have a full auto because I can't aim. Oh well. I mean, it's about what I expected, to be honest. I wasn't really hoping for anything much different. That's why you have such a simple plan of rush, and pray. One more time. This time I can just use the preset. Custom preset. Cheap, not dying kit. Let's see. Ammo. We don't need to buy the individual parts of the gun. I do need this rail, dust cover. I do need this sight. I do need this assault rifle. $100,000 in total. I mean, thankfully we still have some money, but we won't be able to afford this for much longer. One more time. Let's go in the afternoon, I guess. Okie dokie. Where were we? Kind of forgot. I'm dying as much as Exviat was dying back in Phoenix Point. Oh my god. Who could have foreseen this? Anyway, same game plan. There's not much to it. It doesn't seem so successful either, does it? I mean, we were close. On my last raid, not last raid, 2 raids ago, if we had some money for the vehicle, we would have been able to extract, maybe, hopefully. Probably. Maybe. I mean, I hope so anyway. Also, good thing to remember is that going for headshots is usually an instant kill, unless, like me, you have bad ammo. Because if somebody has a good helmet protection or a face cover, my bullets just won't penetrate. Which means that the next best place to hit is the legs, so that the enemy can't move and bleeds out. And also does damage that bypasses any armor because you can't armor up your legs. Because full plating, but with Kevlar, hasn't been invented yet, I think. Or at least it's not really available in here. Where the heck are we? That's not the right building. In fact, that's the opposite side of the place. Probably gonna die running to my location, but it's where we have to go. Actually, I can go for another quest while we're here. There's supposed to be some kind of grenade launcher upstairs, and the Russian weapons trader, Prapor, wants me to locate it. So while we're here, might as well. It's around one of these offices. Which is probably where I got shot at from the last run. There it is. Can I see anything out there? Nope. Doesn't mean there's no one. There's probably somebody coming here right now. I think I heard some footsteps. Meh. If we die, we die. It's probably gonna happen anyway. Okay. Let's keep it moving. There's an underground passage, which might be to my advantage to utilize for traversals like this. But I don't know my way around there, and I'll probably get lost if I go down. Also, the ping, not looking so hot. Ow. Okay. Those gunshots are coming from the building I'm going into. Which means there's somebody in there, which means we gotta keep a watch out. Nothing so far. I mean, if there's somebody in there, they're probably gonna kill me. It's not really a question. Hear anything in there? I'm trying to sneakily approach. Ping is not looking so hot. Come on. There's somebody in there, for sure. It's a scav, actually. Oh my god, so many! Ah! Get his head! No! Okay, there goes the head. Okay. I kind of ditch all my mags back there. Quick pass reload. That's a player. Melee! Oh well. At least we did some part of the sub-quest. Actually, if we just rush to the machine gun position, we can complete a quest. Yay. That was a lot of enemies, so... more than I was prepared for. They had a bolt action, right? Yeah. If I didn't ditch all my mags, we would have had a chance. But I had to do it for the fast reload. You can slow reload, which means you stash your mag away and you pilot another one, or you can fast reload, when you saw me take my gun, throw away the mag, and quickly reload. Oh well. One more time. We're gonna go for the machine gun position this time. It's in that building I keep traversing, the one that looks like a bank on the inside with 3 counters. On the upper floor, there is a machine gun position. If I just go there, we'll have the quest complete. We have one quest complete at least. And then we can go for the other quest again. Ahem. So once again, we'll pick up a quick kit. Same deal. And I think that's going to be all that we can do today because I'm about to run out of money. So off stream, I'm going to try and farm a bit of money. A little bit. Probably won't be much. We might have to go for a cheaper kit. But as you saw, if I had a pistol, if I was fighting with a pistol back there, I probably would have died to the AI. Having the submachine gun is what saved me. Let's see. Buy all the stuff. Don't buy the individual parts that we don't need. Yeah. I can purchase one more kit like that. Why do I have an extra mag? I don't know. Oh. Again! Nighttime, please. I mean, it's more afternoon than night, but whatever. One last time, hopefully. We're going for the machine gun position. Which should be less of a hot zone. I'm hoping. Maybe. Because it's kind of a bit of, you kind of have to do some parkour to get over there. Because we killed so many enemies, and we found the grenade launcher, that's almost the quest done. Anyway, back to reading about the history of the Eastern Rus. Or probably going to go back to the Russian page. Migration. Pre-Kievan period. According to archaeology, the Prague, Korchak, Penkova, Kolchin, and Kiev cultures are classified as early Slavic. Okay, sure. Eastern Slavs who found themselves as a result of migrations in the 4th and 5th century in the basins of some lakes. By the 5th century, on the other side of the Kiev culture, Baltic Sea, foundation of main Slavic city, Novgorod, in 862. And then we go back to the other part of the history. Okay, so let's go back to the main page. History of Russia begins with the histories of the East Slavs. The tradition starts back in 862 In 882, Prince Oleg of Novgorod seized Kiev, uniting the northern and southern lands of the eastern side under one authority, moving the governance center to Kiev by the end of the 10th century, and maintaining northern and southern parts with significant autonomy from each other. Let's check that out. Oleg the Wise, a Varangian prince of the Rus, who became Prince of Kiev. He succeeded his kinsman Rurik as a ruler of Novgorod and substituted many of the East Slavic tribes to his rule. Oleg also launched a successful attack on Constantinople. Sure. He died in 912 and was succeeded by Rurik's son Igor. Okay. Oleg in Chronicles, Oleg in the Shetter Letter, attempts to reconcile the accounts in popular culture. Looks like there's some dispute about his lifespan. Whatever. United all the eastern parts, sure. Let's see. The state adopted Christianity from the Byzantine Empire in 1988, beginning the synthesis of the Byzantine, Slavic, and Scandinavian culture to define Russian culture. Christianization of the Kievan Rus. It was a long and complicated process that took place in several stages. In 867, Patriarch Photius of Constantinople told other Christians patriarchs that the Rus people were converting enthusiastically, but his efforts seem to have entailed no lasting consequences, since the Russian primary chronicle described the 10th century Rus as still firmly interested in Slavic paganism. Blah, 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 blah. The traditional view that the definitive Christianization of the Kievan Rus happened in 1988 when Vladimir the Great was baptized. Who? Vladimir the Great? Another prince of Novgorod and Grand Prince of Kiev. And he's a canon, Saint Vladimir. Oh, he even has a Byzantine coin. Actually, no, that's a Byzantine style coin. He's the saint of the crown, the cross, and the throne. Sure. Let's see. Vladimir's father was Sviatoslav I of the Rurik dynasty. After the death of his father in 972, Vladimir, who was in Prince of Novgorod, was forced to flee abroad with his brother. After his brother murdered his other brother to become the sole ruler of Rus, Vladimir assembled a Varangian army and returned to depose Yaropol. By 1980, Vladimir had consolidated his realm to the Baltic Sea and solidified the frontiers against incursions from Bulgarians, Baltic tribes, and Eastern nomads. Originally a follower of Slavic paganism, Vladimir converted to Christianity and Christianized the Kievan Rus. How about the conversion? Let me read about that. The conversion of Vladimir the Great. It's a narrative. Okay, so it's like a whole story. What virtually all accounts agree on is that Vladimir's baptism happened around the same time as two other events. Vladimir's marriage to the Byzantine princess, Anna Porphyrogenica, sister of the emperor. Oh, sister of the co-emperors. Okay, and Vladimir's siege and capture of the Byzantine city in the Crimean Peninsula called Chresonius. Okay. There's a bunch of accounts. Whatever. Oh, are we there yet? Time to die again. Yeah, as you can see, I knew that the loading screen was going to be long, so I took some precautions. When better to learn than during loading screens? Maybe I should read the loading screen tooltips first. Oh well. Let's make for the machine gun position. We're in the northern bits. Machine guns down that way. Don't think we're going to be able to make it. We'll try. Might as well. So we want to make it to this building over there. That's where the machine gun is. Let's make sure my submachine gun is on full auto. Is this... I don't remember... Does this count as an assault rifle or a submachine gun? I forgot. Bleh. That's about right. Well, we got one more try. I would like to complete at least one quest after all these tries. Probably heard me coming from all the running. Oh well. Wait, I want to see their gear. Did I have a chance if I shot them? Yeah! Yeah, look at that. People are about my gear level. If I was to actually see them coming, if I could identify my enemies, then yeah, we would have had a chance. Oh, actually, we're out of money, I think. We're missing some cash for the next kit. We'll have to sacrifice something. Probably gonna be the sights, because those are expensive. One more time. I guess I could switch from the rifle to a pistol, but that would not help my odds. Not that much anyway. Let's see. Yeah. We're out of cash. Let's go for the bare minimum. So we're not going to pick up a rifle. Just a pistol. Pick up a mag. That's I don't remember what mag is compatible. This one. Pick up some ammo. This one, I guess. We'll need 36 rounds for 2 mags. Hey, that's pretty cheap. Unload, word, but what? What? Wait, did that gun not come with a mag? I can't unload it. Oh wait, no, I'm in the vendor screen. There we go, unload. So we got a gun. We need some meds. Just something to stop the bleeding. And some basic armor. Helmet, armor. Helmet. Armor. Okay. Time to die. That'll be my last kit I can properly put up. Next time, if I have to do another kit, it's just going to be a pistol. Or I can start selling some stuff from my stash. That's also a possibility. I mean, it's probably worth something. But it's a bad sign if we have to go all the way down to those extremes. Come on, nighttime. Come on, nighttime. Okay. Maybe if I didn't rush ahead so fast, I would be able to at least fire my gun at the enemy. I guess that's the issue. I'm rushing. Always moving into the enemy who's not rushing. But if we keep trying, eventually, we'll be... I'm not gonna say okay, but we'll be able to maybe do a quest. Maybe. Anyway, back to the reading about the history of Russia. Where were we? The baptism and whatnot. Let's see. The primary chronicles report that in the year 986, missionaries from various peoples representing various religions arrived in Kiev, trying to convert Vladimir to their religion. Oh, I think I've heard this story actually. It's Vladimir shops around for a good religion to pick. Let me see with the accounts. If I can read that. Let me try one of the accounts. Earliest source. Let's see. I want to know about when he shops around all the religions. From the primary chronicle. Aha, the account of Vladimir's conversion is a compilation of 4 distinct conversion stories. The Examinations of Religions, part 1 and 2. The capture of a city, and negotiation for a marriage, and then the conversion. Missionaries coming to Kiev. Let's see. The Primary Chronicles reports that in the year 987, missionaries from the Bulgars, representing Islam, the Germans, representing Western Christianity, or Catholics, the Jews from Judaism, and the Greeks, representing Eastern Christianity, came to Kiev in attempts to have Vladimir convert to their particular religion. The entire episode of the missionaries is a reminiscence of a disputation before some other guy. The result is described in the following apocryphal anecdote. Upon the meeting of the envoys, Vladimir found the religions unsuitable due to the requirement to circumcise and taboos against wine and pork. Supposedly, Vladimir said on that occasion that drinking is the joy of the Rus. He also consulted the Jewish envoys, questioned them about Judaism, but ultimately rejected it, saying that their loss of Jerusalem was evidence of their being abandoned by God. However, the long speech of a Greek philosopher, providing an exegesis of the Old and New Testament in favor of the Eastern Christianity, impressed Vladimir. Nevertheless, he hesitates and does not convert. Vladimir sends envoys to various peoples. As a result of consultation with his boyars, aka his lords, Vladimir sends envoys to study the religions of the 3 neighboring peoples, the Islamics, the Western Christians, and Eastern Christians. No delegation. It's unclear why no delegation was sent to the Jewish Khazars, who were mentioned in story 1. Of the Muslim Bulgarians of the Volga, the envoys report that there is no joy among them, only sorrow and great stench. In the gloomy churches of the Germans, his emissaries saw no beauty, but at the Hagia Sophia, where the full festival ritual of the Byzantine Church was in motion to impress them, they found their ideal. We did not know whether we were in heaven or on earth. But I guess if you're shopping around comparing the Bulgars to Constantinople, one's like the biggest city in the world, and the other is going to be, I don't know. I don't know what the Bulgars would have looked like at this point. Or the Germans. And then he captures a city. He has to marry a princess. And he baptizes. Okay. That's how they converted to Christianity. To Eastern Christianity. Which is going to become Orthodox Christianity. Okay then. Which is why they have ties to the Byzantine Empire as well. Anyway. Kievan Rus ultimately disintegrated in the state as a state due to the Mongol invasion. Let's read about that. Is it possible to read about that specific Mongol invasion of the Kievan Rus? Hey! The Mongol Empire invaded and conquered much of the Kievan Rus in the mid-13th century, sacking numerous cities such as all these cities, including the largest, Kiev and Chernigov. The siege of Kiev in 1240 by the Mongols is generally held to mark the end of the state of the Kievan Rus, which had already begun undergoing fragmentation. Many other places were invaded, basically all around, everything, basically. The Mongol campaign was heralded by the Battle of the Kalka River, which resulted in a Mongol victory over the forces of the several principalities as well as the remnants of the Cumans. The Mongols retreated. Oh, the Cumans are here. That's another step horde. The Mongols retreated, having gathered their intelligence, which was the purpose of the reconnaissance in force. A full-scale invasion followed, with most of the Kievan Rus overrun. The Mongols captured Kiev and moved west into Hungary and Poland. The heavy losses suffered by the Mongols during the invasion of periods significantly weakened the subsequent campaigns, preventing the ruin of the Holy Roman Empire and more Western countries. The division was ended by the Mongol succession process upon the end of the Khan. Even those principalities who avoided physical conquest were eventually forced to accept Mongol supremacy in the form of tribute, if not outright vassalage, to the Golden Horde, which is one of the many hordes that fragmented from the Mongols. Until well into the 14th century, although a Russian army defeated the Mongols at the battles of Kulikovo in 1380, the Mongolian demand of tribute from Russian princes continued until about 1480. Oh, and we're here. Okay, time to die. Let's go, guys. Oh, are we going to be lasting longer than the loading screen? That's the real question. I think we've been mostly in loading screen, to be honest. That's not the correct building. Get me out of here. Where the fudge am I? I don't recognize this place. I don't know where I am. I think I know where I am. Maybe. Possibly. A bit hard to see. You don't think so? Oh well. Hey, that's pretty close to where I want to be, I think. We just gotta go across the street to this building over there. Actually, no, that's not true. Can I see some tents down there? Yeah, no, we're in the northern bits. I think I'm better off going down this way. We gotta go south. I could try to go underground. There's an underground access to the building I want to be in. About 2 more minutes. That's not about right. I mean, I'm just running around. If somebody is just looking, they'll be able to see me and shoot me dead. There's an evacuation point at this flare over there. If I want to get original. Okay, so we go up these stairs, around this building, then we move the streets, cross into this building, go up the stairs, and there's the machine gun. Go up these stairs. Imagine if I didn't know where I was going. That would be much worse. Or better, because then I would be rushing. Hopefully the nighttime can help. The time limit to extract? Yes, we have 27 minutes. Which is probably much longer than I'm going to be lasting. This is the building we want to be in. Let's watch out. This is where the machine gun is. For somebody. I heard footsteps. Make a break for it. Going in here. Up the stairs. No point in being hitting anymore. There's somebody, they've heard us. Hey, quest complete. Now we gotta go and get the drive. I could loot, but I don't have any space to loot. I'm probably gonna be dying anyway. So that'd be pointless. There's somebody. They've heard me. At this point, we're just kind of waiting to die, to be honest. It might be downstairs, in the basement. Wait for it. That's an AI. Well, now we got a double barrel, which is mega trash. It's worse than my pistol, actually. Though, honestly, if they blasted us with our double barrel at point blank, we still would be dead. That was just an AI. It's okay. No need to be impressed. Just an AI enemy. That's a guy. Another AI. They're dead now. But now, if there's somebody around here, they definitely heard us. They got a World War II gun. I'm out of ammo. Let's see what he has. Not good. Okay. If the key here is missing, that means somebody else opened the door. The key is here. So nobody's coming here then. At least not in the way I'm doing, not rushing. There's fighting outside. Maybe the parking lot. Anything good? That's mega trash. No thank you. Okay. Let's pick up this drive and extract with the vehicle. Did somebody take it? Let's see. Yeah, somebody took the vehicle. So now we have to go down the street this way. Or we can take the flare. I think the flare is our best bet. It's closer by anyway. so I have to go all the way down there. What are the chances if I run in the middle of the street, I'm not gonna die? Ooh, I don't like those lights. Having a heart attack. Oh, there's another AI. They see me. I don't see them. Oh. I see them. I'm bleeding. Gotta leave. What? Still alive. Ah! Let me go. Ah! Double barrel, help me. Oh my god, I can't move. I can't jump. I'm out of... whatever. Stop the bleeding. I'm also kind of hungry. This guy, thankfully, in his bag had a kind of squash. Let's eat something. How's my damage? We're fine. Somebody's aiming at me. It's probably an AI. Otherwise, I'd be dead. Let me go! Oh my god! Over there. Get out of there! No, don't jump! Oh no! Dang it! He jumped over the railing when I wanted to jump over the cone. Oh well. That's what happens when you don't have a proper kit. Okay, well at least we did one quest. That's good. Looks like the nighttime actually is helping. Yeah, killed four AIs. Let's see if I can put together another kit. Oh, I can't even heal. Okay, well, that's not good. At least we have a quest done, so that at least we should get some payment. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, I should have checked if that last shot that I did with the double barrel killed the guy. It's too late now. Oh well. Unfortunately, the problem with nighttime is I can't see anything. But the good point is, my enemies can't see there either. So there's less of a chance of us getting sniped from across the street. Maybe. Anyway, we'll just turn in the quest and stop for today. Tomorrow hopefully I'll have some kits ready for the stream. And we're gonna keep trying to do that quest. The one with the drive in the office. Anyway. Boop. Did it, well done. Maybe you could really be useful. Thank you. Debut. Elder soldier, and I got a little job that's a little too easy for my guys, but you'll do fine. There's other bandits come roaming the streets. They don't bother me much, but they're still a nuisance. Calm down, save 5 of them, and get a couple of MP-133 shotguns off them. I think that'll be enough. Okay. Kill some guys and get their shotguns. What was my reward for the quest? Can I get a gun? Hey, a Mosin! Okay, well that's not suitable for close quarters urban combat, but that'll come in handy later. I mean, I have a full-on sniper rifle, but once again, it's not really useful for close quarters combat. Yeah, so I'll try and do a couple of runs, scav runs, which are basically like the free kit with the AI who's not hostile to you, so I can go around places, loot them, make some money from the loot, and hopefully then we can get a couple of kits together. And also, maybe, our insurance returns will come in tomorrow. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. Recap of the stream. We die about 6-7 times. I mean, we did manage to kill like 10 enemies, all AIs. Players managed to kill me, but if I had managed to see them or hear them or be prepared for them, I would have stood a chance, at least. Anyway, see you guys next time. Okay, bye, 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 okay, bye. Also, maybe tomorrow the snow event is gonna end, so I might get lost because I can't. The entire place will look different. Okay, bye, okay, bye, okay, bye, okay, bye.